Okay, so we do start with belly breath. And the reason why we do this is sometimes we come into classes a little bit anxious. There's a little bit of stress through your morning to get you to this point in time. So it's really nice just to connect with your breath and then remind the importance of your breath to body. Particularly when we're stretching and mobilizing joints, the breath comes in and it really helps us to let go of the muscle fibers. So breath is absolutely vital. In Pilability, we're also going to think about just keep moving. So if there is that little niggle or that sweet spot that you're enjoying with some of the movements, move. So follow and listen to your body. Generally watch what I'm teaching or listen to what I'm teaching, but if your body wants you to go in a different direction, do it. So this is really about creating that space around your body and that competency to get all joints functioning. Lovely. So from there, please, I'd like us to push back, turn over and push back into child's pose as we start the session. Lovely. So our first move is child's pose to chest stretch. Firstly, toes connected, options to keep knees together or separate. Stretch your arms out as far as you possibly can, and this is where we just start those little tiny micro movements and enjoying how that feels in the body. Take a breath here. Exhale, come forward. So we're strong in the core, but I want you to just pull your shoulders back down and just bring up your collarbone. Again, if you want to move into that, exhale and then come all the way back down and just stretching through your arms. Well done. Take a breath in, exhale and roll forward. So this time we're just going to take a bit more effort in the bit between. So come out of the movement, round up through your back like a wave as you come back and settle into child's pose. Move through the movements, breath in, exhale, round up through the back. So there's a roll in, a wave through your body, just as we start to exercise and stimulate the muscles around the spine. Breath in, exhale, and come all the way back. Keep moving. Use your hands to press your bottom closer to your heels. Enjoy how that feels through the armpits. Take one more breath, come forward. Open up the chest, relax through the bottom, little moves where you can. Well done. Sit back into child's pose, create that wave shape. Lovely. And we turn onto our side. Okay, so coming into sunrise arms. Lots of variations with your setup here. So if you want, I prefer that. And the idea is that we're bringing the arm overhead and back again. If you want to, you can extend the bottom leg and use your bottom arm to anchor that top leg down. So that's another variation. So we're looking to brush the floor overhead and take your arm as far back as possible using your eye gaze to follow the movement and return it. So again, if there are any injuries here, just modify and listen to your own body. So for me, I know my shoulder, so I'm thinking about more of my rib cage and my back rather than my arm. So, and with each repetition, find a new sweet spot, a new bit that needs to be released and relaxed and stretched and move. Let's do that one more time. The lovely up and over. Eye gaze to your moving hand if you can. Lovely. All the way around and release. Good job. We are going to switch sides. So you can roll 180 degrees or flip over 180 degrees. Think about your setup so you can cradle your bottom arm if you want to, or use the bottom arm to secure the knee down to the floor. Once again, it's a sunrise, so we're watching the sun rise at the east and settle in the west. So taking that arm right the way across the body, and again using that breath. If you can, let your eye gaze follow the moving hand. Feel that beautiful stretch through the body. Well done. Lovely. And again, take your time. Do the thing that works for your body. Have a little listen. What's going on here? Are you enjoying how your ribs are feeling through your armpit? How does your back feel? Just really find this as breath and energy as you move through the body. Well done. Good job. Okay, from now we're transitioning onto wall fours. And we're going to thread the needle. Okay, this also chest opener. So whilst you're settling into your position, you can start with your bum over heels and move your body into more of a tabletop position. The idea is your hand threads through and we're trying to press the shoulder down towards the ground. And then from there, sliding the hand back up and eye gaze towards the ceiling. Now, if that's too much, just try the fingers to temple and then elbow through. See how that feels. And again, it's just about changing your levers, changing your ankles. Are you more comfortable the tabletop or more comfortable bottom over heels? Your game. You make that decision how you feel. The idea here is that we're opening up the chest and we're getting some lovely spinal rotation and back stretch, particularly the mid to upper back is stretching and releasing. Well done. Last time. And then we switch sides. Lovely. Okay, so settle into your position. It doesn't matter where your bottom is in relation to your knees and heels. Your sweet spot. Dropping the shoulder as far as you can towards the mat, using your breath energy to open up and create that rotation. So slowly feed it through. Well done. And open up. So again, using this breath is just helping the muscle fibers to release. And we're getting some mobility around the joints. And that's really what this section is about. Well done. Give me one more. Think about how that feels. Find your sweet spot. Alleviate those niggles. Well done. And then release. So from here, we're actually moving towards the hip and we're looking for some hip circles. So out of a tabletop position, we take the leg closest to us and feed it towards the ceiling. From there, the leg comes down, through, up and over. Then we reverse it. So we go up, out, down and through. So we say cock in the leg. That's how it feels. What we're trying to achieve here is it's called the hip and the shoulder, both joints create the same actions. So it's really important to get that full circular motion at the hip. And what you might notice is actually it increases your as you continue with this. Well done. We're going to switch sides. But before we do, you might want to release off your wrists as they're taking quite a lot of force. Okay, and then once again, think about your setup. We're looking for a big old fat circle. So leg starts up, it comes through and out and up. And then we're going to repeat that and reverse that. How do your hips feel? And again, we're targeting all around the hip joint. This movement is really important to keep that mobility because we spend so much time just facing forward, sitting forward. We need to think about opening the hips. Well done. Give me one or two more. Excellent. Sit back, sit onto your knees to face me. Well done. So we're going to start with some hip drops and then we're going to take that into knee drops. Okay, so the first time we're just dropping onto one side of the and then to the other. Now, we've brought this in because we often are in balance. You keep going, because sometimes we just sit in one position. We favor the feet coming round to one side more than the other. And this is about this homeostatic state. So trying to get your body back into balance. And we're working on the right and the left side, but trying to find that equal. And that I know is a challenge. So we're trying to bring that balance back. Your body is constantly trying to bring you back into a lovely, everything's equal. Okay, lovely. And then release. Take your hands to the floor, sweep your legs around, and we start in a seated position. Okay, then we sweep the legs behind you. From here, I always get this wrong. I always get my positioning wrong. From here, we're going to lift up the knees and pop the knees back down. Okay, now I'm leaving my hands forward or upwards because we're going to try and take the hands out of the equation. So you're having to engage your core muscles in this. Well done. So this is like phase 1. Lovely. Phase 2 involves a rotation and a slide away. Now this is my favorite bit because again, I'm finding that sweet spot, resetting, bringing my hands up in the air and then sliding out again. Again, finding that stretch in my ribs, finding those little sweet spots, so little niggles, that like, ooh, that feels nice. That's a nice stretch. Now you go into travel around your mat. We expect that, but enjoy how your hips feel with each of the movements. Well done. I love how my ankles feel here too. Lovely, and release. Good job. Okay, so we're coming into a sumo crawl. Into a hamstring stretch. So the idea is we're working those ankles because in the last movement we really started prepping the ankles. Now we're looking to rock back. So pop your knees down on the mat and then rock back. So again, this will come apparent as we come into our on the floor series. So here we are on all fours, sitting back into a low squat. From there, we start to walk those feet and try and work on a flat foot. Oh, there you go, my knees are popping. There you go. Have a play with the arms. So use your arms here now to press out on the inside of the thigh. And again, this helps us to open up those hips. When you're ready, lift your tail and take your eye gaze through your legs. Now again, move. Rock side to side. Enjoy how that feels in your body with that beautiful hamstring stretch. Flowing, micro movements. No jarring. When we're ready, we're going to bend those knees and we're going to walk down again, crawl down again into a squat, a low squat. Now, if you want to, you can settle here, bringing your hands together. That helps too. And work on placing your baby toes, the pressure of the foot. Now again, if you struggle here, it's okay to be higher, it will come. Okay, right, so once again we hamstring stretch. Have a little wiggle with it. Enjoy how your knees are feeling. Maybe walk your knees, so bend one, stretch one. See how that feels. Last time, come back into your sumo. Lovely. Enjoy, settle, or keep moving. Walk through that range, let it through your spine. And then when you're ready, your hands come down. You lift your tail, hamstring stretch. Okay, so we're coming up now. We're coming into our Stand Strong series. And to get there, I need you to pop your hands onto your knees. So you're still in a wide base of support. Lengthen your back. Lovely straight back here, good. Okay, from here, chin to chest, bend the knees slightly and then round up through the back. Rise all the way to the top of the movement. And then what we do, we just pump the Pumping the heels is really vital and something that we need as we age, because sometimes when we're transitioning from one position to another, it affects our heart rate and our blood pressure. So pumping the heels is vital. Okay, which takes us nicely into our little ankle mobilizer. So we start, the left foot comes forward. Okay, flex the left leg, so you feel the stretch at the back of the left leg. Then I want you to slide the foot through and leave the front of the foot. And just hold it there and breathe. Good, okay, lovely. So let's take that through again. So hold, nice and tall and strong. Flex through the ankle, and then slide it back. Beautiful, okay. So from there, let's switch legs. So it's only two. So we bring the right leg forward and really squeeze and straighten off the knee. Slide the foot back and just stretch out through the front of the foot. Beautiful. And once again, slide the foot through. Excellent work. Okay. And give us that beautiful stretch through the front of the foot. I love this. This has completely changed how I feel, because I'm in flip-flops all the time, or barefoot. Okay, from here, let's stand tall, stand strong. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust my screen. We're moving into our second section. So this is around strength and balance, something that is really vital as we age, and it's a gift. So with strength and balance, it's important that we are steady on our feet, and we learn how to keep that confidence around our balance movements. Okay, so from here we're going to rotate through the spine, and in order to do so, we bring the hands up into your center, just above your, or just below your collarbone, keeping your thighs together and your feet together. We rotate to one side, back to center, exhale and twist. So this lovely spine twist here, again, we're working on rotation. Rotation is so important to us, so we prevent being stiff and awkward. From here, not only do we rotate, we press the arm away. So we're rotating and sending the arm back, and using your breath, using your eyes here as well. So you let your eyes follow that rotation, because again, that really helps us, particularly when if you feel dizzy. It's really important that we are targeting our vestibular system. So let the eye gaze move with you. Lovely. Last time, and release. A simple movement now. We come back into hips, but now we're starting to really work on one leg balance. So we start with one. From here, our feet are in neutral. Hold on, brace through your center, and just shift your weight slightly into the left as you lift your right foot. The foot is flexed. Okay, from here, we're looking for a little circle. Small circle. So you can see I am bringing the leg backwards. So I'm trying to engage through my gluteals. As I perform the movement here, I'm also tight and tense around the center of my trunk. Okay, when you're ready, we switch direction. So a few things are going on here. It's actually around the hardware that's not moving. So we're thinking about the strong ankles, the strength and power around the knee, and all of this has a direct phone line into your pelvic floor, which is really exciting. It's exciting because we need to look after our pelvic floors. Well done. Last time. And then release. Good job. Okay, let's switch sides. So think about your setup. So we think about a lovely, strong, tight band around the center. When you're ready, we hitch, lift the hip, extend the leg, so abduct the leg, and then we start on a circle. So again, just think about what's going on behind you. Our body tends to want to see and work with the stuff in front of us, but we are looking to engage around the back side of the body with one hip circle. Lovely. Arms, if you have moving arms, that's fine. If you feel that you can stabilize with your hands on your hips, also fine. When you're ready, we switch direction. So again, balance, that's what we're focusing on here. And in order to have strength in our bones, we need to balance on the ankles, strengthen the ankles, strengthen the knee, and strengthen the hips, which in turn will strengthen your pelvic floor. Okay. And release. Okay, we're coming back to the first movement where we're hitching at the hip. I'm going to come closer. So what I'm looking for is a shortening at the waistline, okay? So we lift the hip. Okay, so your left foot is off the floor, and then from there we're pulling, using the muscles in your hip, we're shortening that space and lift the foot away from the floor. So again, we're up and down, up and down. Good job. Up, up. Now, this is the type of move that will start to get you into the small of the back. You can actually try this on a step, or you can try this exercise. You can try this on a step, or you can try this exercise on a staircase. So the leg really drops down and you have to really work hard on pulling it up. When you're ready, switch side. It's used in rehab and it's used for any kind of hip strengthening, hip replacements, and we've arthroscopies as well. Okay, so here we go. So the right leg is coming up. We're shortening the space at the waist. This really lovely, strong hip hitch. Good job. Working on that balance. Beautiful. Okay, so far, we've pretty much mobilized a huge amount of joints in your body. And it feels nice. We feel warm. We feel strong. And now we're going to take it up a gear. Okay, so it is now the left leg that's going to be the moving leg. We take the leg forward, and I want you to lean back. So it's a tick-tock. So as that leg comes up, we lean back. Okay, now from here, we hit tick-tock forward. The chest lowers, the heel lifts. Then we come back through again and repeat. So take your time with this. The important bit is the lean back. As we progress, I'm looking for the heel to really high. Well done. Lowering down and leaning back. So we're taking our time. I'm just coming in to have a little check with you. If you want to now bring in your arms, feel free to do that. Tell me how your arms want to play. So do they want to play backwards? Okay, I like to imagine they're my wings, and then as I drift my heel through, I open up my wings and reach forward. Really focus on that high heel lift. So repeat one more time. So taking your attention back to the static side. Ow. So we're really working on that ankle, knee and hip, and thinking about how we're strengthening there. Well done. Well done. And release. Other side. Okay. Notice that whole of that leg is buzzing. Okay, so let's take our energy now onto the right side. Lovely. So again, it's all about taking your time in movement, flexing the foot, eye gaze upwards as you bring your shoulders back, and then we drift forward. So again, it takes a couple of repetitions for the brain to settle, because the brain will be going, oh, I don't like this. I'm not such a fan. And then it's like, it's okay, we're safe. You're learning and you're repeating. And as you repeat, you become more competent in the movement. And therefore, you can just start to push your boundaries. Just see if you can go a little higher. Squeeze that heel. Squeeze the bottom as you lift the leg, and really focus on the control of the body as you move through. Beautiful. If you want to bring your arms into play now, feel free. And again, there's no right and wrong here. It's how your body feels. lengthen. Whoop. And here's the thing. Good days, bad days, right? One side better than the other. All normal. It's all normal behavior. Okay, have a little look. One more, beautiful team. And then we release. Good job. Okay. So when we do the standing strong sequence, another thing that strikes me as we age is fear of foot placement. So we tend to reduce our movement patterns as we get older. So in our midlife, we're still expressive. So what I'm looking for is a knee lift, a step, and a sink, then a reach. Arm come down and lift and tap the foot down. Okay, so there's a process. So rather than just flinging yourself into a warrior, I want you just to take your time, break it down. Big land, but gentle. Sink, arm. So at the moment, your feet are facing me. So as you land, your foot faces me, you stick your bum out, you bend the knee, then you add in that rotation, okay? If you were to go into a warrior, you would turn your toe and lengthen. But you'll notice your space isn't as brave. Your toes want to buckle. So have a play with it. So all of it is about, can my body do it? More importantly, can my body recover from it? Okay? So it's kind of a weird one. So I've taken this classic yoga movement and I've backward chained it. I've taken the component parts, broken it down, and seen where our weakness is. And I discovered a lot of it is fear. Yes, because we're scared. We don't think we're going to land well. We worry about our knees, we worry about our hips. So this is about brain, heart connection, using your breath, using that confidence to keep moving us forward. Lovely, excellent. So it does feel different, right? Okay, well done, switch sides. So often if we're doing a yoga series, we would stand wide, then you naturally shift into that position, but there's very little step in, and that's what I'm trying to achieve here. Okay, so let's get this going. So it's a step, knee bend, enjoy that stretch, and then when you're ready, stretch the arm over. Bring it back. Okay. So, ooh, that way. Okay. Balance. Land. Bum comes out. Protect those knees. Reach. Pull back. And repeat. Well done. So, this is a truly personal movement. Do what your knees are saying is okay. Push your boundaries if you feel comfortable. Surprise yourself. Because that's what this is all about. Well done. Add in that. Do the reach. Make sure your top hip drops. There you go. Lovely. So if you miss that, what happens is the hip comes up and we take the pressure off the knee. So let's have a look at sinking through the knee. And then reach. Good job. Last time. Whoop. Sink, stretch, and come up. Beautiful. Well done. Well done. Okay, team, we're going to wall now. So have a cushion near the wall. Equally, have a quick drink and adjust your devices so you can see me. If you don't need to see me, that's fine, but I like to see you. Okay, so I'm not going against the wall yet, but you can. So combination, we are looking at feet in parallel, toe raises. We have the neutral, the duck toes, toes in, heels out, and the Mary Poppins, heels out. So we're going to work on lifts and lowers through the leg. And at the same time, we're going to have a look at a variety of push off the walls. Okay, so come close to the wall. And if you can put it all together, well done you. So what I'm looking for, toes away from the wall and in neutral, rod-like, straight body. Hands roughly shoulder height. We lift the heels, drop the face to the wall, push away and lower. So legs come up, arms lower, heels down. And repeat, feet in neutral. I love this movement because I know how it engages your core and the front fascia of your body. We're strengthening the chest muscles here as well and the arms. So we're working on push up, press up movements here. The further your feet are away from the wall, the greater the intensity into your upper body and your arms. This is prepping us for when we perform these exercises on the floor. So we're just changing the load against the wall. And again, it's that kind of missing piece because many of us, especially females, we go, can't do that. I'm not designed to do a press up, when actually we are. So this is just the preset. Okay, so toes in, heels out. And as you do that, I want you to bring your hands into a diamond. So your index fingers and thumbs connect to the wall. We're lowering the face towards the hands, but the toes are in as well. So it's complex. Look, do what you can, okay? So always, if it's too much to coordinate all of this shenanigans, do one or t'other. If you can, bring the whole of the forearm down onto the wall. If you want to, stay up on your tiptoes. That's a nice variation too. Toes in, heels out. You're going to feel quite a strong build-up of tension here in the limbs. And release, shake off. I know, a bit of crampage. Okay, last one, now we're in Mary Poppins, and it's important to focus on tucking your tail. So your bum wants to stick out, so we need to pull that under as we rise and this time, alternate your hands. So the press is 1, 2. So we're taking right hand high, left hand low, and then we switch. Again, with the rise and lower of the legs as well. So doubling it up. So while you're doing that, let me explain the second hearts. Second hearts are what we call the calf muscles. They are responsible for squeezing blood flow from the extremities, the lower extremities, back to the heart, so we prevent dizziness. That is important. We have to keep those calves moving. Strengthening, taking the load in our legs. So we're very specific about the importance of strengthening your lower limbs. Well done, and shake it off. And in order to do that nicely, we're going to come into a beautiful stretch. So firstly, we're going to leave the hands halfway up the wall, push out your tail, lengthen through your spine. And again, remember what I said about moving. So if you just want to rock your tail side to side, enjoy that. We take the left arm, drop it towards the floor and let it dangle. Draw here, please. Okay. Lovely circles, relaxing the shoulders. And then we swing the arms side to side. So it's a lovely pendulum swing. The static arm, the arm fixing you to the wall, is getting quite a strong stretch. It can be a little uncomfortable. This is such an important movement, particularly around lymphatic drainage. Well done, and we switch sides. Good. Okay, so think about your positioning. If you want to, you can walk the feet further away. Again, move into it when you dangle that arm. And the dangling is the important thing. So the load is coming out of the shoulder girdle. Lovely, lovely circles. Enjoy that. Enjoy how your back is feeling and the back of your legs are feeling. Okay, now come into the pendulum swing. Excellent work. Okay. Good stuff, beautiful people. Okay. Oh, we'll just move. Oh, last one. We're squatting against the wall. So I like this one. I like how my hips feel. Tips. Feet wide to start with and relatively further away from the wall. Okay, use your hand for that safety. Pop your bum against the wall, sit back, pop your shoulders and the back of your head against the wall. That's your starting position. Okay, now remember what I said, pilability is about courage and confidence. Could you take your feet slightly further forward? If that's in your knees, you can turn your toes out slightly, let your knees come out slightly, or maybe sink a little lower. So there's variations here. Find the thing that works for you. And we're going to go with this for 10, 9, 8. If it's too much, I'm just giving you some guidance here. You can rise up and shake up out of it. Okay, as we get to 3, I want you to bring your knees in and out. In and out. In and out and rise. Well done. Shake off your legs. Good job. Well done. Okay, so we're still by the wall, but we're moving into our lungy series, our wall series. I think I'm going to go against this wall today. So, firstly, the challenge is getting your front foot up the wall. So kneel to the floor, put your knee on your cushion. Put your knee on your cushion, then put your foot up the wall, okay? That's your starting position. Now, this is the challenge. Okay, when you're ready, you bring your other foot forward and just rest out there for a second. So settle. And that's important for us. We've got a moment. Okay, and then from there, if you feel confident, we're going to sit up a little. Arms come up, arms come down. Inhale in. Now, I'm looking for a bit of a rock through your body here. Okay, and lower. So this is strong. You are going to feel a magnificent stretch in the front of your thigh. You're going to feel it into your pelvis. If you can, squeeze your butt, and that will increase the tension going on down the thigh. So this is transition. We are on the floor, going to the floor, coming off the floor. This stuff is important. This is that missing link in our aging process. Well done. Okay, and then from here, we're going to rock the hips side to side. When you're ready, we're going to add an overhead reach, rocking the hips side to side. Now, you may feel that in your lower back. That is okay. That's where we're targeting the SI joint. So the sacroiliac joint is a semi-movable joint. A little bit of movement going on there as you flex, laterally flex side to side. Well done. Now, this is intense. So when you're ready, bring your hands to the floor and then gracefully dismount and get ready for the other side. Okay, so to remind you, we're never perfect, right and left. One side may feel different to the other. Okay, so when you're ready, the foot is up the wall. Resting your hands onto that front knee. So I don't want you to come forward, I want you to come upwards. So that will really engage what's going on that. Okay, add that flow. Breath in, breath out. If you can, lean back. Eye gaze towards the ceiling. Good job. Okay, if you find that's too much, just work on those rocking movements, maybe some tension and tightness around the gluteals. So it's a really specific movement, this, and stretching out the psoas and the quads, really, really important. Okay, and then from there, rest your arms, just pop your hips side to side for a second. Okay. Add in that beautiful lateral flexion, pushing those hips out side to side. Enjoy. You're welcome. Well done. Last time, and then we release. Good. Okay, so bring your hands to your knees and to the floor, and when you're ready, gracefully dismount. Beautiful. Okay, we're moving back towards the mat now. So we've got some more work around to the floor. So again, it's a phrase that I've heard so many times in my fitness career where people go, you can get me on the floor, but you'll never get me up again. So we need to work on that magic there, and that's getting you off the floor. We're going to start now with a curtsy squat. So with the curtsy squat, we're crossing the midline of the body. This has an impact on your knees. We fear this movement. So we're going to get over it. So we look to cross the leg behind the body and then sink. Okay, so this is your prep move. We're just going to make it light. Brain talking to body, going, don't know how I feel. And now the heart's going, it's okay. I'm listening, I'm learning, I'm practicing, I'm safe, okay? Okay, so hopefully, just by doing a handful of these, we're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable about the movement. Okay, so one side only. This time we're going to cross the body. Okay, and when you're ready, see if you can bring that knee down. Rise up, step forward. Same leg. Cross, down. If you want to, you can just focus on this bit. You don't have to come out of movement and step forward. Cross, sink, press, cross, sink. Good. So when we talk about the quadricep is made up of 4 muscle groups. When we perform this type of movement, we target all of the muscles around the front of the thigh. It's intense. We're also getting a lovely stretch out of the knee and the confidence to get ourselves off the ground. Well done. Last time. Beautiful. Now we switch. So there should be heat, breathlessness, we expect that too. Okay, so again, we're crossing. When you're ready, lowering. Right, yeah, okay. Up, and if you want to, step out of it. Cross, and lower, rise, and step out. Good job. Cross, lower, rise. Lovely. And it's okay. It's okay if it's not pretty. It's okay if it's not messy. What is really important here is that you're giving this bit a go. Yay! Don't get mad. And just to remind you here, if you do get cross at your body, your brain hears it. And then your adrenaline rises, and then we get hot and flustered, and then we get brain fog. So we try to keep calm and use your breath. Use your breath. Last time. Well done. Lovely. Okay, so from here, lovely people, didn't realize how much time loads of time. So you're just wonderful. Okay, so staying with to the floor, actually what we're going to do, we did this in the other day. One step back, lower, leg around, leg forward, curl toes, rise, step together. Okay, last one onto the floor. Step back, lower, curl the leg around, bring the other leg forward, curl toes, rise, and again. Okay, so don't overthink this, but you need to go down on one leg and then alternate. Now you're going to think about it, and now you'll be like, I have no idea which foot I step back. Bit of brain gym. You look fab. Well done. Finishing into child's pose, but this time wide leg child's pose, because we're going to do a bit more work around stretching out the psoas. Okay, so toes together, knees lovely and wide, because as we come forward, what we're going to do, we're going to feel some inside, and I'm going to describe it as fatty parts of your knees. That is a nice thing, okay? So from your child's pose, wide leg, you're going to come forward and leave your toes together, okay? So that will feel restrictive, and I expect that, okay? Take it back. So wide child's pose, have a little wiggle jiggle if you need to. When you're ready, roll forward, and there will be a stop. You won't be able to go any further because your toes are still down. From here, we lift up the toes, drop your toes from one side to the other. Toes connect, push the toes down, and sit back. Come forward, enjoy that moment. You're like, oh, everything's tight. Okay, then we lift the legs. Take them to one side, then the other. Push back, sit down. Modify when you need to. Last time forward. When you're ready, lift the legs. One side, the other, together. Sit back and give yourself a moment. Good job. It does feel tender here, okay? It's a trigger point here. There's a big hot spot of tension that is on the inside of the knee. This is a good thing. So stay there, catch your breath. Lovely. Okay, and then from there, we bring the knees together as we come into our scapular push-up before scorpion. So my favorite two exercises coming forward. Okay, so with the scapular push-up, what we're looking for is a 3/4 press-up. So relax the front of the foot down onto the floor. From here, nothing moves except the shoulder blades. Okay, we're lowering the body, lifting the body. So we're using what's going on in our shoulder blades. We're looking at retracting, squeezing the shoulder blades as close together as possible, and then separating as much as possible. Use your breath in this movement. This is kind of like the shoulder blade floats on your ribs and on your skeleton, and sometimes it gets sticky. So we need to kind of like free up movement around the shoulder blades by performing this exercise, and those core muscles firing at the same time. Last, sit back, give yourself a moment as we come into scorpion. Okay, so I'll just describe it away with you. So with scorpion, we take the hands wide, T-shape. Okay, what I'm looking for is to bring your left foot, your right foot as close to your left hand as possible, staying in your T-shape. So it lifts, flexing helps. Bring it right the way around and towards the floor if you can. Good. When you're ready, bring it back down. Stretch, switch sides. Stretch those arms. Use your arms to push if you need to. And we're really looking to get as much flexibility in this movement as possible. Remember what I keep telling you about little wiggle jiggles, breathing, movement, how your arms feel. Your workout, your stretching. Find that energy. Well done. Last time. Good job. Okay. So, shoulder mobilizer. We are going to stay on our bellies. When we perform this movement, it's a circle of the arms. The arms come up the back, and then we lower the arms. Arms come up again. When your hands come up your back, turn your cheek right. Exhale, turn your cheek. Okay, so we're just going to move the neck. And then in the movement, when we're into position, we're focusing on extension work. So lift the hands away from the floor and the feet if you want to. If you don't want to, relax the lower body. Send the arms up and lift the chest. Send the arms round to the back. Now, this is what we're doing. We're bringing the hands up, turn left, Straighten arms, circle. Circle arms back, hands come up your back, and turn right. And repeat. Play with this. How does this feel if you did this with flexed feet? Okay, have a little play. Again, at this point in the session, your nervous system becomes quite fried, okay? So I expect that to happen. So you might lose your rhythm and your coordination. That's normal. Lovely. Last time. Quite a challenge into the shoulders. Yes, you can. Do it kneeling. Yeah, like I did. Good. And when you're ready, push back into child's pose to release off. We have one more exercise. So we're rolling onto our backs. We're coming into bridge. 2 more exercises. Bridge, double leg stretch, done. Okay. So when we're on our backs, we're looking for a full body stretch to start with. And again, here's a tip. Right over left ankles, left over right arm. Big old stretch there. Uncross, recross ankles the other way. Recross hands the other way. Again, just have a little play with balance there. How's that feel? Is it equal? Release your arms to your sides, draw your heels into your bottom, press your heels into the ground and lift your hips. It's important here that we are pressing the heels into the ground, okay? Spine comes back down. Press your heels into the ground and lift. Okay. Bring that spine down. Repeat. Lovely. Stay up there this time. So we're going to actually push higher and through. So this time I want you to really push your shoulder blades as high as you can so you're on the top of your neck, and then walk your feet in. Okay, and while you're here, see if you can bring your knees in and out. In and out. If you're blessed, you might be able to get your knees to touch. If you've got big girl thighs, they may not touch. Well done, well done. This time let your spine down, but your heels are closer. So grab one ankle then the other. Pop your ankles down onto the ground, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then we rise up into a really not graceful bridge, okay? And I want you to squeeze your butt. Give me some height here in the movement, okay? From there, spine comes back down. Leave your heels where they are, bring your knees together. Well done, lovely people. Release. Draw your knees into chest, give yourself a little rock and roll hug. And as we finish, double leg stretch, okay? So legs come out, arms overhead, circle the arms, bring it all in together. Well done. Circle arms, chin to chest. See if we can make that bigger and then smaller, make like a ball. Stretch those arms overhead, circle. Bring it all in. Give me one more. Exhale. Relax, release as we come into mind of 8. Give yourself a moment, lovely people. Okay. Stay here. Use your breath. Choose how you want to position yourself. And we start by making some adjustments to your body. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. Slow in your breath. And begin by shifting your attention to the outside. What's going on around us? What's going on in our environment? Sound, temperature. Make adjustments. Think about what's going on distracted by other sounds, just come back to your breathing every time. So if you feel like you need to wander, come back to that breath every time. Don't worry about other sensations. Take your attention to your feet. Wiggle, jiggle, or not. Feel the feet dissolving. Think about the lower limbs. Think about the lower limbs. Breathing into and out of the legs. And take your attention to your lower back. And the sensations are never consistent. So as you breathe, things shift. No sensation is ever permanent. Just observe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take your attention to your pelvis and your lower back. Softening and releasing. Yes, around the sensations of your body. Think about your muscles, your temperature, and how your body feels against the ground. Shifting your focus towards your internal organs. Continuing to breathe. Feel the rhythm of your breath, or maybe your heartbeat. Focusing on the flow of breath to your hands and fingertips. Feel the breath through your arms and hands. Feel the tension rolling off your shoulders. Observe all sensations. Taking your attention to include your entire body. Bringing your awareness to the top of your head, your toes. The gentle rhythm of your breath as it moves and flows through your body. Take a long breath in. Exhale and let it go. Drawing your heels into your bottom. Letting your knees rock side to side. When you're ready, roll onto your side. Bring yourself into a forward position. So from rolling on your side, scoot your heels behind you, curl your toes under your heels and push back. Hold it there just for a moment. When you're ready, take your fingers to the ground, lift your tail, walk your legs. So one heel down, then the other. Give yourself a moment. We're rising up now, team. Okay, and then from there, you pop your hands onto your knees. Give them a circle, a low circle, still looking downwards. Okay, so we're moving those lower legs. We're straightening off the legs now and straightening off the arms, straightening off. So you come into lovely flat back. Beautiful. Bend the knees, round up through the back. Pump your heels, roll your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Okay, from here we take a long breath in. Arms upwards, exhale, let those arms circle outwards, wiggle those fingers. Take a breath in. Exhale, release those arms wide. Good job. Okay, last time, breath in. Bring your hands into your center. Give yourselves a round of applause.